In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA happening on March 29, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Milwaukee Bucks versus Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee will try to take another step toward clinching the top seed in the Eastern Conference when it travels to Indiana on Wednesday night. The Bucks have won 4 of their last 5 games and are 2 games ahead of Boston at the top of the standings. Indiana has dropped 5 of its last 6 games and is 3.5 games back of Chicago for the final spot in the Eastern Conference play-in tournament. Looking at the betting trends, the Bucks are 12-3 against the spread in their last 15 road games, 12-3 against the spread in their last 15 games against a team with a losing record, and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Wednesday games. The Pacers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record, 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games following a loss of more than 10 points, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings overall. The Bucks are 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Indiana, and the Bucks are 12-4 against the spread in the last 16 meetings overall. The Bucks could be shorthanded here, as Joe Ingles is currently listed as questionable, while the Pacers are keeping an eye on Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner again. The Milwaukee Bucks haven't been great as big favorites this season, but they're playing far better ball right now and closing in on the top seed in the East. The Indiana Pacers are losing their last 5 games by an average of 13 points, and they're quickly digging a deep hole to avoid even sniffing the play-in tournament. The Pacers could have very well thrown a towel in on the season. The Bucks have been on fire lately, and they should have their 2 best players back on the court after they were rested on Monday, so I'll stick with the Bucks, who are 12-4 against the spread in the last 16 meetings overall. So the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These teams love to get into shootouts, and this should be another example of that. Indiana ranks 8th in the NBA in the tempo, while Milwaukee is number 10. They have gone over the total in 5 of their last 6 head-to-head meetings, and Indiana has gone over in 5 of its last 6 home games. The Pacers have relied on their offense to compete throughout the season, making them a team that tends to go over the number. Milwaukee has gone over in 9 of its last 11 games against an opponent from the Central Division. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Rockets versus Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets seek to land a guaranteed playoff spot in the top 6 Wednesday when they face the Houston Rockets. The Nets are 40-35, tied with Miami for 6th in the Eastern Conference, while the Rockets are 18-58, worst in the West. Brooklyn won the only other matchup this season against the Rockets, beating them 118-96 in Houston on March 7th. Looking at the betting trends, the Rockets are 7-20 against the spread in their last 27 road games, 7-18 against the spread in their last 26 games against a team with a winning record, and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Nets are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 home games, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings overall, and the Rockets are 13-6 against the spread in the last 19 meetings in Brooklyn. The Rockets are shorthanded again as Yeezy and Tate is still out, while the Nets are keeping an eye on Edmund Sumner, who is questionable for this one. It's hard to get behind a Houston Rockets team that's in tank mode and doesn't cover numbers despite being big dogs nightly. With that said, this is a lot of points for a Nets team that's just trying to survive at this point and doesn't make things easy most nights. The Nets have defensive issues lately, and this will be just the 6th time they're double-digit favorites. You really couldn't back either team with any confidence at the moment, so this pick is more about the line being set at double digits. I like the Nets to get the win at home, but I just don't feel that they're playing well enough to be so heavily favored against anyone right now. Lot of free buckets, so the Houston Rockets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Nets certainly have enough firepower to win and cover against a terrible Houston defense, which ranks 29th in points allowed. But the Nets are no offensive juggernaut. While Bridges has been on fire, they have gotten spotty production out of Spencer Dinwiddie and Cam Johnson, who have their good nights and bad nights. Against Orlando, Dinwiddie had just 2 points, a bad night. Plus, some key players are on the shelf, as Royce O'Neal and Seth Curry are questionable for this game. The Nets will do enough here to win, as the Rockets will be road-weary and ready to head home. But it won't be a high-scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat versus New York Knicks. The Miami Heat visit the New York Knicks on Wednesday in a battle between two Eastern Conference teams attempting to finish in the top 6 of the conference to avoid the play-in portion of the postseason. Miami will play its second game in as many nights when visiting New York after playing against Toronto on the road Tuesday. The Heat were defeated by the Brooklyn Nets 129-100 on Saturday and currently are 7th in the conference standings, tied with 6th place Brooklyn. But the Nets hold the tiebreaker. New York snapped a 3-game losing streak when defeating the Houston Rockets 137-115 on Monday night. Looking at the betting trends, the Heat are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 road games and 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a winning record. The Knicks are 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 10 home games, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record, and 9-3-1 against the spread in their last 13 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings overall, and the Heat are 11-4 against the spread in the last 15 meetings in New York. The Heat are keeping an eye on Jimmy Butler, who is listed as day-to-day, while the Knicks have listed Jalen Brunson and Derrick Rose as questionable. The Miami Heat have been the hit-or-miss team all year, so this would be a spot where they shock you and find a way to win. However, I have no confidence in the Heat right now, especially on the end of a back-to-back and the fact Butler could sit out again. The New York Knicks are at home, rested, they've had success against the Heat, and they win as favorites by an average of 7 points. The Heat have cooled off with a couple of losses in a row, and everyone but Harrow struggled to score in last night's loss to the Raptors. The Knicks were able to snap out of their funk with a big win over the Rockets, and I think they can build on it here, especially if Brunson is able to suit up. The Heat are 11-4 against the spread in the last 15 meetings in New York, so the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total has finished under in 6 of New York's last 10 and in 4 of the last 5 that Miami has played on the road. Miami will be completing a back-to-back and is likely to slow the pace even more on the road against the Knicks. The Heat allow the second fewest points in the NBA at 110 points per game and score the fewest points in the NBA at 109 points per game. Miami is 28th in pace of play at 98.7 and New York is just 26th at 99.5. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.